Hello and welcome to Sacred State Oracle. I'm doing weekly pick a card general readings to receive intuitive messages for you. Feel free to pause the video to tune in and see which card calls to you. Please don't try to force the message. If it doesn't resonate with you, just leave it. And remember, no card reading should dictate your life. Always trust your own intuition and use common sense. With that being said, I'm so glad you're here. Let's dive in. Hello, deck number 1. I'm so happy to have you here. This week, I was thinking we should do our questions surrounding self-love. And this main card will be, and other cards that I'm going to pull for you are going to hopefully help us to see in which areas of our lives maybe we're ignoring our own needs, reminders of everything we're looking for in other people. We already have it within, and we just need to cultivate it. We don't need external validations to love ourselves. We are worthy of love just because we exist, period. And so let's just dive in and see what I've got for you this week. Now you've got reach out. This is your first card. It says, you've isolated yourself and are trying to do everything on your own. It's okay to ask for help, so reach out to ask for support at this time. So with this card, I feel that in the past you were let down, and actually what I'm getting, it started very, very early on. You might not even have conscious remembrance of your time around caretakers when your needs weren't met. So you reached out to them, you voiced your needs, and they were just not met in a crushing way. And you learned early on that you kind of have to rely on yourself. And maybe it's safer that way because you're not asking much, and therefore you're not provoking anger towards you, you're not provoking dismissal towards you. And you kind of learn to minimize those needs. And even if you came to a place where you start realizing, hey, this is my emotional needs, this is my needs for safety, this is my needs for other things, you still in that place of, I'm going to downplay it because I don't think it's safe to ask. I don't think it's going to bring the results that I'm hoping for. And that is a big of a reminder of, I feel like, our connection with others. And it's an invitation to heal that part of you by not getting yourself to burn out because you decide to do everything yourself. And it's an invitation for you to look around and see, who can I ask for help, And even if it's just meeting a friend for coffee and talking about your things so you can hear yourself speak. Like, sometimes for me to understand and gain clarity, I have to say things out loud so that I can somehow connect things and it would make sense for me. So if that's something that resonates with you, I think it would be good for you to reach out to a friend, whatever you're going through with, and talk about it. And also it's nice to connect with people and get their emotional support through that. But mainly it's the invitation of going deeper and seeing why you are that way. Why did you decide, and at what point in your life you've decided to become someone who just does everything themselves, And what I'm feeling is like, I'm trying to find the words for it. It's what's coming for me is this thing called confirmation bias. So if you believed in something negative or positive, you kind of automatically set your own settings to look for those things in life. Okay. And so if your outlook was more negative, like, I can't rely on people, they always let me down, or they make me feel inadequate in one way or another, or even unsafe when I reach out for help or voice my needs, Yeah, I'm so sorry. I just lost this thought that I was having through that energy. Just went away. But I think the message is pretty clear to invite yourself to. It's almost like to. Sorry, there's things that are coming through that a bit distracting at times, but it's almost the feeling I'm getting from this card right now is losing yourself in this and feeling depleted. And it's like you're going against the grain, like, well, and it feels like you're going through against strong current because you are putting so much on yourself and wanting to do it, like, again, yourself. And that depletes you. And so now it feels like really struggling. All right, let's see what else, what kind of messages we can get about self love. Okay, I got this card that call out, called out. It fell out. I don't know why it called out. I said called out. Maybe it's calling you out to observe the patterns, observe why things are happening like that. Like, again, like, I feel the invitation for you this week is to look within and see when did you adopted this mentality or this pattern of, okay, I'm going to just do everything on my own. And why can you not allow, receive help from others? Because that is really part of a big part, I want to say, of self-love is that allowing others to help you, giving them that gift of being in your life, and offering help is something meaningful, right? If you help someone else, you would feel that feeling of just goodness in you, right? And why would you not allow someone else to do something like that for you? So look at the different angles. So when I'm looking at this card number 12, I feel the energy of perception, your point of view. So as a child, you might have thought, with the limiting, experience and the limiting way you could understand the situation, you might have thought, like, my parents didn't care, and therefore you adopted this thing of, like, trying to do everything by yourself. But what was happening in the life of your caretakers, you know um, like, in my personal life, my mom always wanted me to be around my dad, but that was her way of protecting my other siblings from him, because he seemed to be less, like, violent, or you know losing his temper, or when I was around. But then as a child, I always thought, well, how come my mom doesn't want to walk with me? And I always have to, like, hold my father's hand, or how come, you know, she seems to be more with my sister, not me. So, you know, as I got older, I realized, oh, that was her way of protecting us, and the way she knew how to. But do you know what I'm saying? Like, my understanding of the situation was different. So I feel like that card is telling you, or not telling you, but inviting you, because you can take it or leave it. It's up to you to do your healing work. Nobody else going to do it for you. So yeah, take your time to maybe sit down and analyze those patterns, because once you kind of know what's happening, then you can start healing. Then you can start working on that. Okay, deck number 1. Let's see what else. What else do you have as the message for you during this time? What do you need to know about self-love? Okay, I got this card here. A change in the wind. Again, look at that, 12-12. Wow. So 12 to me, I can add it to 3, right? 1 plus 3, and 3 is all about that unity. And I feel it's all about the community and connection. A change in the wind. Let me tune into this card and see what I'm getting. Honestly, again, like, right away, it felt, ooh, okay. let me say this one thing first. Right away, I felt like it's in your hands to make those changes. A, right? B is that you are really relying on your masculine energies, and it's imbalanced because my left side got really cold. So I feel like that's energetically blocked a bit. Does that make sense? Like if you trying to do everything yourself, you're taking those actions, you're grinding, you going after, you go get, go get, go get, then it is using more of your masculine energies, and receiving is more feminine energies. So to me, it feels like imbalance of those energies. And again, like when you can see things from a different point of view, that's when everything changes. You don't have to be stuck in your old stories. You can write it into a different scenario, different life, different reality. And just like this little figure there in the, I don't know, it looks like a little, almost like a gazebo on a zebra's back. um, it's up to you to step out of their hiding place and face things and choose different path. It doesn't have to be done overnight. And also it's kind of cool how you can see the wind moving this way. Do you see it? There's petals, I think, floating in this card, her clothes moving this way, and the same kind of energy carries through. This is really cool, really deep. And don't get hard on yourself, because I just felt some of you might feel discouraged of like, oh yeah, I am just this way. And maybe you've been this way for a very long time, but I do believe anyone can change, and the healing can take place once you're really making that decision for yourself. And yeah, you might go, fall back into things that you've been practicing for so long, of your reactions to things of like, now I'm just going to do it myself. Or you can get into awareness of where you get in that way, and you start bringing it back and be like, okay, let me do something different here. This feels like a very deep reading, and I just love synchronicities like that with like numbers 12 and 12, and the wind moving. And I just wish you the best week ahead, and let me know if this resonated in the comments, and I'm looking forward to hear from you. Take care. Hello, deck number 2. I'm so excited for you to be here. And this week we are diving into things that you need to know or reminded of about self-love. And if you were drawn to this card, let's just see what kind of messages that we have for you this week. Again, it's all to do with self-love, self-acceptance. Yeah, let's go. Ooh, fresh start. Feels so appropriate. Especially after all the retrograde energies we had for quite a long time. This one says, you're being given the opportunity to begin again. Allow yourself to embrace this new life and open up fully to this gift that you've been given. Oh, this is such a sweet energy, a gift of new life. And right away, although I feel for some of you there is this openness and almost like innocence into looking forward into your future and this next stage of your life, there's also the underlying fear of probably past experience that didn't work out the way you wanted to. And the thing is, of course, we can never guarantee that things play out differently, but also what serves you better, focusing how it didn't play out, or taking those experiences in the past and learning something from it. I really make conscious decisions in my life not to make, like, how to say it, like, I really try to work on myself so that my decisions don't come out of fear, and that a best possible way, I do not live in a state of fear. And because I know how much energy it takes from me, it's just like a hole that sucks things out and makes me lose clarity and makes my body go into survival mode. And I don't think it's healthy for me or anyone really. I like the freshness of this card. I like it's almost like you cleanse yourself through tears, through healing, and you are invited to step into receiving, into allowing, into the softness. Almost like the energies I'm getting right now is the not going after things, but like allowing them to be around, like allowing them to come to you, sitting and watching what unfolds because things are already taken care of for you. Does that make sense? It's just looking at the menu basically and seeing what you want to order. What do you want the waitress to bring in for you? And it's again, I'm just feeling very calm, very soft with this card. And I think that's really nice. I think it's the really, really good energies. So this week, deck number 2, see if you can tap it into more of this feminine energies of receiving. Okay, let's see what else I've got for you. Yeah, this card just gives me such goosebumps around her heart, like around my heart. So like around her heart, there's this beautiful flower and it's spring and it's blooming, it's opening up, and she's opening up to her potential, to self-love, and she's okay where she is. She's okay with who she is, you know? So let's see. Okay. This is the card that showed up for you. Find balance. This card's been showing up a lot in my readings. So I think collectively, there's probably energies that throwing us out of balance. So it's good to remind yourself that everything is temporary. Live in the now. Today is just that day, right? And I feel being in the present moment is the important thing, and being able to step away from being so entangled in your own story and find a better, higher point of view, like that vantage point where you can see bigger picture, so that in the minute things happening in your life, you're not, kind of having this tunnel vision when you don't see what else is happening. It's almost like in the movie, they show a scene and the main character only knows what's happening in that scene. They don't know what's happening around them and with the other characters in the movie, but we do know because we like watching that movie and we have that, we could see what's unfolding. So it's almost like, and I don't know why this came to my mind, so I hope this makes sense. It's like invitation too for you to step back a bit and be like, okay, let me see. And also for some of you, it is truly like finding balance. Do you spending too much time here versus there? Are you taking on too much for yourself? It's all between, it's all like this work, study, family balance. Um, how you can slow down. That's funny because I felt like going in the wheel, like a hamster in the wheel too. And it just all of a sudden it just slowed me down. It's like just slow down, breathe. And even my voice is starting to change. So that's interesting how the finding balance is to do with your voice. Maybe you're not voicing your needs in a way that serves you to achieve that balance. But again, it all ties to self-love. Here's this thing is that our self-worth, like I feel everyone is worthy, right? But then life reflects our knowing of our own self-worth. Does that make sense? Like we're all worthy, but the life is not going to reflect it to you unless you know your own self-worth, because if you know your worth, then maybe at the job you will ask for a raise and you're not going to stay in the bad environments, right? Maybe in the family life, you will call someone and say, hey, one of your relatives, and say, hey, I need a break with my kiddos. Can you please watch them this night? Or talking to your partner and being like, hey, I need more help with this because this isn't what I've been doing. And I could really use this help, right? So I'm not spread thin because I've got this, and this on my plate already. And that's also an act of self-love, because our reading is all about self-love. Is just be able to not only learn your own needs, but also communicate them with the external world, with people that surround you. And even for some of you, I feel your own environment, which means, is your room very untidy, for example? Is there like boxes, other boxes that you haven't unpacked yet, that just sitting there because you wanted to sort things out and organize stuff, but it's like just sitting there, or a pile of paperwork or your notes or something that you needed to organize and clear out. Our environments are super important for well-being, and we might not think that way, but honestly, energetically speaking, everything has a charge, and it's very important what you surround yourself with, besides other things that I'm not going to even go deeper into right now. So I feel like this is an invitation for you, deck number 2, to find the balance, because it will it will be a direct reflection of your self-love to yourself. And so with the fresh starts that you're starting, perhaps that thing is bringing a little bit of unbalance in your life because there's something new. So you need to readjust your schedules, readjust your responsibilities so that you can flow into. Remember how with this card, it was very peaceful energies, very calm, very serene, almost like. All right. Deck number 2. What else for this week? What else do you need to know? Ooh, did you see that card pushing it? Let's see what you got. All that glitters. All right. So this card represents the energies of what truly matters. And I think you, as the main character of this reading, is actually realizing what that is for you. And it's not necessarily what you believed in the past. It's not necessarily what you thought you needed, but there's like a deeper truth that opening up within you, and therefore kind of recalculating your energies and your own understanding of life and who you are, and what the self-love means to you. Because for some of you, what I'm getting is knowing that self-love for yourself, you're now aligning and only allowing people who can show you the same level of that love towards you to be in your life. So you stop chasing things that glitters, right? Which could be a certain understanding and desire for a certain status, positions, titles, something fancy, but maybe not necessarily needed at this moment, for the reason because you want it to mean something. You wanted it to be, oh, if I get this nice, let's just say, car, then I will feel this good about myself. And then now I feel like you are understanding that your true worth is not reflected in items, in objects. Nothing against having quality things in life and things that make your life comfortable. I love those things, but it's the reason having them in your life? Is that really to just make things more convenient, so you get like a good, I don't know, high efficiency, I want to say, washer and dryer? Or is it something to show, hey, I am successful in my life, and this is what I have, in your face type of energy? So with you, it's almost felt like, I want to say, inner worth. Inner worth is so powerful in you right now, and that is part of self-love, because you love yourself, then you know your worth, and then you are asking, or even like allowing, or making those boundaries for yourself, that only people that can honor that energy or match that energy should be allowed closer into your circle. Okay. And friends and family that are very still super worldly, I want to say, very in 3D kind of thinking, where it's all about possessions and fame, and you know, it almost like, I feel like, draining energy from you. You realize that's not it. That's not what you want for yourself, which is really, really cool, because now I feel like you can start living your own truth in your own life, and not follow desires or ideas of someone else. You can truly own it yourself. But it's important to also pay attention to how you balance things in your life. And that's what I have for you, deck number 2. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and if it resonates, please leave the comments. Be cool to read them. So yeah, really excited for you. Take care. Hello, deck number 3. I am so excited you're here for this weekly reading. This week we're doing card reading about self-love. Okay, so the intention behind this reading is to receive messages that can help you or remind you to bring the focus towards yourself. To maybe, where are you not looking into inner world of yourself? Are you forgetting your needs? You're forgetting to be you? And where are you denying that love for yourself? Where are you pinching that source energy that is true love, that is, I feel like, all around us, but it is pinched within your own energy, like energetic bodies, right? In your aura. Whereas the energetic blocks that pinching that love due to your thoughts and due to your actions. That interesting that it's coming through. I haven't even opened this card for you yet, but let's do that. Let's see what we have here for you. And interestingly enough, the little crystal that was here is amethyst. And I just got pulled to another amethyst I have on my desk, which, with the message for you, specifically deck number 3, is to perhaps consider using amethyst this week to help you with the self-love. All right, see what you got. It says here, Soul Whisperer. Your soul is whispering its deepest desires and truths to you. In the quiet moments, listen closely. It's guiding you towards your authentic path. Okay, goosebumps. Now I know why my attention was brought to amethyst crystal, because it does help to bring that clarity if you are meditating with it. Because amethyst amplifies your intuition. So this card invites you to really go deep within and have some kind of mindfulness practice that allows you to access more of that intuition, because your soul is whispering. It's telling you to look towards that authentic path. Okay, it's the quiet moments that you need to listen, but like, you need to create those quiet moments too. Okay, and I feel that using amethyst crystal during the meditation, for example, when you're trying to listen what your intuition has to tell you, or your soul, that's when you will receive this messages needed for you at this time. And this is really, really cool. Kind of like it how it all played out. Because I was like, why am I getting this message? Let's see, is anything else? Yes, it just literally for some of you, the messages are from, like, to help you receive them. Some of the things you can do is journaling as well, or doing automatic writing, being out in nature, watching a creek, and just like letting your mind to slow down and finding a place for quietness in your mind, in your schedule, where you can actually start hearing it, and without like really going after it, without really like, okay, I'm going to meditate and I'm going to like hear it right now, so talk to me, with not with that energy, but like just the quieting of the mind, just being there, just breathing. And then yes, if you have a question about, okay, so for some of you it's something that you've been suppressing and not really wanting to look at for whatever reason. I'm getting, for some of you, it's because you're not believing that you can receive it, or you don't believe you deserve to receive it. And that's the perfect point of self-love. Not believing that you deserve it, that's where it shows that your like barometer for self-love is like going in a direction that you don't want it. You want to go higher. uh, that needle to move towards more of self-love. And then when you're not allowing even to dream, even to nurture that desire, believe that you deserve it, that's where it shows me, that's the energy that pinching your even okay, let's see if I can explain it. So it's pinching your energy in the way that you cannot source enough of it to put towards manifesting what it is that you desire, because they contradict each other. Say you want something, but you don't think you're worth it, right, to receive it. Then this is two completely different things. How can you receive it if you do not believe it's for you? Okay. I hope that makes sense. Sometimes this messages just come through so fast, and I'm just speaking, and I don't know if it makes sense. I hope it does, because it just goes so fast, and I want to be able to articulate it. Let's see what else we have for you on other cards. What do you need to know about self-love, or things that may be blocking you in your energy field once again? Right? So what you got here? Challenging times. Card number 5. I hear like changes, like over and over. It's almost like you didn't even have a break. And for some of you, I feel like all of your chakras, your heart, solar plexus, sacral, are blocked. I read intuitively. So whatever energies and things that come through the cards, that what I focus on. But it feels like the guy is, like the card showing me that those centers are blocked. So if you want to meditate and focus on clearing those energies and open those chakras, that I feel like would be good for you. Do you feel like you're standing in alone in the things that are happening for you? Because that's the message too that I'm getting right now. Do you feel like you're all alone? It is almost like still there is a little flickering light that It's still tiny candle, but it is there within you, that I feel you deep down, really, you know that you can do bigger things. If you didn't, I feel like if you couldn't achieve them, you would not even have the desire to do them. So that little flame needs more fire. It needs clearing. It needs room to breathe. It needs room without all those doubts and self-deprivating, like, things that you might be telling yourself, and changing that pattern for yourself. Make room for your desires to feel like they're growing. And actually, for some of you, I just got this message, if you relate to plants, how you would want to attend to this little flame of desire as if it was your plant. And so you know that they need some good lightning, or I'm sorry, good light. You need that. It needs some water and nutrients. So if you use that as allegory to how can you grow your own desires, and make the room and remove things that block the light, right? What blocks the light? Doubts. What blocks the light? You telling things about yourself that are not true. Like, I'm not capable, I'm not smart enough. Those things don't happen to me. My family, comes from this type of background. Mind is a powerful animal. I feel like mind is such a powerful beast, but you have to train it to serve you in the best possible way. Otherwise, it will take control and be its own being. But it's in you to remember. And I feel like through that meditation practice, if you were meditating and then you stopped, because there were so many things happening for you, try to find time. I'm sorry to say it, but like I'm not sorry to say it, but like right now I got interrupted by saying, no, find time. It's very important for you to find time now. Don't wait. Find that time to meditate. Don't care if it's 5 minutes. Find that time, okay? Or don't. It's up to you. But the message was like, no, it's important for you to do it now. You have to listen to your soul's whispers. With all the noise around you, the messages might not be coming through, or they might not be coming through as clear. So raise your vibrations by allowing more light in, okay? I feel like right here in your mind, you need to make that room by removing or by quieting down those doubts and unloving thoughts, unloving things you might even say to yourself out loud, okay? Do not hate on yourself. Do not hate on yourself. Let that light go in, and then allow that light of love go through your other chakras, so that the energy, the source energy, can flow through you in much, much better, freer way it's supposed to. Okay, that's deep, because again, like what I'm seeing right now, a lot of purple, and that's also to me signifies the energies of your higher chakras. So your intuition, your connection to your soul, your connection to your higher purpose, your higher self, connection to the source. It wants to act through you, and be the creator. Okay, and how can you be creator? You're a creator of your own life. And if you need help, just start making time to hear those whispers. Okay, what were we talking about? We're talking about connections. We were talking about higher knowledge. We're talking about opening the mind. Do you see how it aligns too? Do you see how that owl sits in the middle and we have another circle, another freaking face? I love when those things happen because you cannot make it up. Okay. So do you see like those faces? Oh my God. I don't even know. I just want to be like, okay, this is your message and you know what I'm talking about. Like I feel those stars again, like confirmation that you need to open that channel that we all have, our connection with the higher self. And when I say open, it just means to me that it's a little bit blocked. Okay. It's not that it's broken, it just needs a little bit of cleaning, energetically speaking. But what affects our energy is our thoughts, our emotions, because everything has vibration charged to it. Okay. This is, again, like the deep knowing of things. There's something in you that you heard, you kind of know, but you're not allowing to grow. You're not honoring it. And I feel for most of you, it's because of this limiting belief in your own power. Like, I don't want to say your self-esteem is low, but it's like not believing you're maybe there to make it happen. Okay. But don't wait. You're okay with where you are, but there's this urge, there's this push towards more things you can do. The owl here is all about that knowledge, that wisdom. But with you right now, I feel it's like inner wisdom. It's inner, it's deep, it's powerful, it's ancient, it's all knowing. And we just have to find a way to flow, to let it flow through us and clear our antenna in our heads so we can receive it, and in our hearts, that's that knowledge, and follow it too, right? When we get the impulse, the understanding, we also should probably try to implement it if it's, in alignment. Well, that's really deep. Like, I feel like all the readings today were very transformative in a way that if you apply this messages that point out to what you can shift, then it will serve you a lot for your highest good. It will help you change trajectory of how you've been until the point you got to this message, to this reading. Okay. Let me know how that resonates with you in the comments. Thank you so much for being here, and have an amazing week. Bye.